Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel, your premier destination for the juiciest revelations and behind-closed-doors drama of the British royal family. If you thrive on whispered palace secrets, heart-rending confessions, and seismic shifts in the very bedrock of monarchy, you're in exactly the right place. Today, we delve into a revelation so explosive that it shook Buckingham Palace, Buckingham Hill, and every royal watching salon from London to Los Angeles, the moment Prince Harry nearly renounced his royal surname, Mountbatten-Windsor, in favor of Spencer, his late mother's maiden name. Yes, you heard that right. Harry Spencer. A seismic name change that threatened to rewrite royal history and declare a dynastic divorce. Have you ever wondered what it takes for a prince to sever the invisible threads that bind him to the crown? What emotional storm must rage inside someone born into privilege, loyalty, and centuries of tradition for him to stand at the threshold and consider stepping away from it all? Stay tuned, because we're about to explore every agonizing nuance of Harry's internal conflict, his longing for identity, his pangs of resentment, and the lightning-fast ripple effects that name-change contemplation sent through both palaces and public opinion. But before we dive into the heart of this royal earthquake, do us a favor. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an insider update. Your support keeps us digging deep into the crown's most tantalizing stories. Now, let's unravel the saga of Harry's near-Spencer metamorphosis. A name laden with legacy and betrayal. In the hallowed corridors of royalty, a name is never just a name. It's a banner of allegiance, a thread in a tapestry of lineage, and a statement of where your loyalties reside. When Prince Harry first toyed with the notion of trading his Mountbatten-Windsor identity for Spencer, he wasn't simply eyeing a gentler, more marketable gloss on his personal brand. He was threatening to renounce the very legacy that bound him to the monarchy. Suddenly, Harry's internal battle, between duty and resentment, heritage and pain, became thunderously public. Insiders tell us the idea surfaced during a recent discreet trip Harry made to the UK. Away from the glare of paparazzi flashes, he confided in close friends that he felt trapped by the double-barreled crown name. Mountbatten-Windsor, he reportedly sighed, felt like a gilded cage. By contrast, Spencer carried only the echo of his mother's compassion and the freedom of a life untethered by royal expectation. But this was far more than personal therapy. It was a bold declaration that he might rather align himself with Diana's legacy than the House of Windsor. A dynastic divorce in the making. To the average observer, swapping last names might seem a harmless personal preference. But in royal circles, it's tantamount to declaring war on centuries of tradition. For Harry to contemplate becoming Harry Spencer was akin to tearing a thread that stitched the Windsors to the very fabric of British constitutional identity. It would be, insiders warn, a dynastic divorce, one son abdicating not only his name but his loyalty to the crown. Worse, the timing was nothing short of symbolic. Just weeks earlier, Harry had issued plaintive public appeals for reconciliation with his father, King Charles III, and his elder brother, Prince William. Heartfelt statements extolling unity and healing shone like beacons of hope, until you view them through the harsh lens of this proposed name change. To many royal commentators, it now reads as an almost theatrical contradiction, a prince pleading for peace while drafting the paperwork for his departure. Family feuds and legal labyrinths. Behind this explosive thought exercise was none other than Diana's younger brother, Charles Spencer, 9th Earl Spencer. Sources claim he implored Harry to reconsider, not out of familial sentiment, but pure legal prudence. Altering a royal surname is no mere bureaucratic formality, it involves parliamentary assent, royal warrants, and a constitutional upheaval. A move of this magnitude would have required King Charles's personal blessing and a cascade of legal maneuvers. In short, it would have been a public spectacle of unprecedented proportions, one that would have left the monarchy reeling in shock. A son's shouted resentment. But even contemplating such a drastic step speaks volumes about Harry's internal turmoil. Torn between the weight of royal duty and the bruised echoes of childhood grief, he toyed with the idea of shedding the Windsor name as though it were a second skin, one that no longer fit. For many observers, this was the moment that laid bare his deepest resentment, a son unwilling to accept the tether of an institution that, in his view, failed to protect his mother. Public outcry and private anguish. News of Harry's near-name change ricocheted through tabloids, online forums, and palace press rooms. Royal purists decried it as a slap in the face to King Charles, branding it a betrayal of both father and brother. After all, the Spencer name belongs to both Harry and William, a shared inheritance of Diana's memory. For Harry alone to claim it would be to stake an exclusive claim on their mother's legacy, rewriting history to center his own narrative. Meanwhile, more cynical pundits sniffed opportunity. In an era where personal branding reigns supreme, the Spencer name, iconic in the United States, carries unparalleled marketing power. To Americans, Diana remains an emblem of compassion and rebellion. Could Harry's flirtation with Spencer have been a calculated bid to deepen his global celebrity appeal, distancing himself from royal protocol in favor of a pop culture moniker? Meghan Markle and the naming conundrum. As if the drama weren't layered enough, questions swirled about Meghan Markle's own title. In private whispers and on social media, fans dissected every syllable of Meghan's "I'm Sussex" quip to Mindy Kaling. If Harry became Spencer, would Meghan shed Sussex for Spencer, too? Or would she ride the Markle brand, powerful in its own right, once more? The naming game, it seems, is never simply about office plates, it's about legacy, loyalty, and where you choose to stand. Silence that screams. Perhaps most telling of all is the deafening silence from Harry's camp. No formal denial, no carefully crafted spin, just radio silence. In royal PR playbooks, that level of muteness often speaks louder than any statement. The story's emergence via a respected royal correspondent only cements its credibility, reinforcing the notion that Harry's flirtation with Spencer was no tabloid fantasy, but a genuine moment of crisis. The children and the continuing saga. Amid all this drama, Harry and Meghan's children, Archie and Lilibet, remain nominally Mountbatten-Windsor, though many still refer to them as Sussex. The children's titles, like those of George, Charlotte, and Louis, shifted overnight upon the Queen's passing, proof that royal identities are fluid, political, and deeply consequential. Should Archie have become Spencer, it would have echoed through classrooms, dinner parties, and passport offices worldwide, marking a definitive break from their heritage. A prince at the crossroads. In the end, Harry did not press the button on Spencer. He remains Harry Mountbatten-Windsor, at least for now. Yet the mere fact that he stood at that precipice, hand hovering over the doorknob of dynastic severance, tells us everything. Despite the turmoil, despite the legal labyrinth, despite the pleas of his uncle, Harry's willingness to consider this change illuminates the fragile state of royal identity in the 21st century. It is a family, and a nation, at a crossroads, grappling with loyalty, legacy, and the ever-shifting boundaries of personal freedom. So, what do you make of Prince Harry's near-miss with Spencer? Was it a courageous act of self-definition, or a reckless betrayal of family? Does silence from his camp speak volumes of concealed turmoil? Cast your thoughts in the comments below, we read every single one. If this deep dive into royal drama intrigued you, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another royal revelation. Thank you for joining us on this riveting exploration of identity, loyalty, and the power of a name. Until next time, keep your curiosities aflame and your passion for palace intrigue burning bright. We'll see you again soon for another insider journey into the lives of Britain's most compelling family.